This video will demonstrate some of the most common features found on today's modern internet browsers. For this demonstration, I'll be using Google Chrome for some of the reasons we talked about in the previous video, but I'll also explain some reasons why I recommend using Google Chrome. First off, as we become more and more mobile with our different types of technology, we may still find that we do the majority of our work on our desktop computer, but we're also doing work on laptops and tablets and even smartphones. Google Chrome works really well across all of these different platforms. Another reason is that as you do some research about which browsers are the most popular browsers on the internet, you'll see that back in 2012, Google Chrome became the most popular browser on the internet, taking over Firefox as the previous most popular browser. Since that time, Google Chrome has continued to increase the number of users, while Firefox and Internet Explorer has continued to decrease its number of users. Well, you might say, what if I don't have Google Chrome on my computer? The nice thing is that it's a free download and very easy to install. All you need to do is just type in Google Chrome, click on the Chrome browser link, and it'll take you to the Chrome browser web page. Simply click Download Chrome and follow the instructions. Once that's downloaded and installed, you can open up the Chrome browser, and I'll show you a few of the common features found in this browser. First off, you'll notice that in the upper left corner, you probably do not have a home button installed. I'm going to show you how to put that home button on that page. In the upper right hand corner, you'll see these three lines. That's your menu button. Go ahead and click that to see the menu, and then you can scroll down to Settings. The Settings tab will open, and you'll see the third item will say Appearance. Go ahead and check Show Home Button, and also check, while we're down here, check Always Show the Bookmarks bar. Later on, I'll be talking about bookmarks and why it's nice to have those bookmark bars open. Once that's set, you can go ahead and it'll automatically save. Just go ahead and close this tab. And now let's set your home page for this browser. So I'm just going to go back to Google. And to set Google as the home page, all I have to do is, you'll see this icon right in front of the address. You'll just click that and then drag it right on top of the home button and let go. Your home page has now been set. So a lot of people have Google as their home page because it's a quick and easy way to get to that search page. But I want to show you something else that's great about using Chrome. This address bar is also a search bar. So if I click on this and type in New Prague Area Schools, it'll search just like it would on the search screen. So if I click on New Prague Area Schools, there's really no reason for me to have the home button set to Google, because this is my Google search bar right here. So I'm going to change New Prague Area Schools to my home page. Again, click the icon right in front of the address, click and drag it over the home button, and release. That is now my new home page. Alright, now that I set my home page, let's talk a little bit more about your bookmarks. So within our bookmarks, you'll see that I've got some bookmarks set here, along with some folders. I'm not going to get into too much detail in this video about setting bookmarks because you can do quite a bit of organizing with your bookmarks. I'm just going to simply show you how to create a bookmark here now that our bookmark bar is displayed. Well, I spent a lot of time over on Staff Resources and over on my tip page that I refer a lot of people to, especially the tab that says Tip Sheets. So instead of always going through those clicks, let's just create this as a bookmark. Well, actually, you know what? I've already got that bookmark, so let's go to my tip videos. This might be another page that I want to go to often. If I want to bookmark this page, all I need to do is simply click the star and watch what happens over here on my bookmark bar. I'll click that. It wants to know where it's going to go because I have a number of different folders. And we're just going to leave that on the bookmark bar, and I'll click Done. Now that it's bookmarked, it automatically gets added right to my bookmark bar. Another nice thing is that you can see that this is actually cutting off the title of this button. So it's not allowing me to see the entire title. What I can do is I can modify that by right-clicking, choose Edit, and then all I need to know is that this is the spot for my tip videos. I'll click Save, and that button has now been modified to just say Tip Videos. Well, you may notice that at the top of my browser, I have a lot of small buttons or small tabs. Every time I open up a new page, or a new tab, excuse me, it'll give me another spot to be able to open up another page or do another search. And after a while, I may end up with quite a few different tabs open. Is that as I find that I'm going back to certain pages quite often, instead of always opening up these tabs, Google Chrome gives me a nice feature to be able to do what they call pin the tab. So if I'm finding that I'm going to my tip sheets every day, I can just right-click on that and choose Pin Tab. Watch what happens to this big tab here. I'll say right-click, choose Pin Tab, and it moves it over to a small tab, but that tab is now pinned to my tabs area. What's so great about that? Well, let me demonstrate. Let's say that I've shut down my computer for the night and I come back to school the next day. When I open up my Chrome browser again, I'll see that all of those tabs that I have pinned will load automatically. So I won't have to spend time opening up each one of those pages again. Another thing that it does is it keeps my desktop on my computer clean, because I don't have to have all of these shortcuts on the desktop computer. I can simply go down to my Chrome browser, open it up, and all of those pinned tabs are there for me automatically. Not only do I not have to have all those bookmarks there, but these pages are already loaded, so I'm ready to log into Campus for my grades and attendance. I'm ready to go to my Moodle page for my different classes, or even my Google Drive. So it just makes it all a lot faster and more convenient. This video demonstrated some of the most common features of using Google Chrome.